In the world of sports, rivalries can often evoke strong emotions and passionate responses from fans. One of the most heated rivalries in football exists between Rangers and Celtic, two of Scotland's most storied clubs. The tension between these two sets of supporters is not merely a product of competition on the pitch. It is deeply rooted in cultural, religious, and historical contexts. Recently, an incident involving Rangers fans mocking the death of a prominent religious figure through graffiti sparked outrage and drew a quick response from Celtic supporters. The rivalry between Rangers and Celtic, often referred to as the Old Firm, is steeped in history, dating back to the late 19th century. Rangers, traditionally associated with Protestantism, and Celtic, linked to Catholicism, represent more than just football clubs. They symbolize broader social and cultural divides in Scottish society. The matches between these two clubs are not merely contests for points. They are events that draw in thousands of passionate fans, each bringing their rich traditions and, unfortunately, sometimes their prejudices. This historical context is crucial in understanding why incidents, such as the mocking of a religious figure's death, resonate so profoundly. Such actions not only reflect deep-seated animosities, but also serve to reinforce negative stereotypes that have long plagued Scottish football. In a sport that thrives on community spirit and camaraderie, these divisive actions are particularly disheartening. Recently, an episode occurred when Rangers fans were reported to have defaced public property with graffiti mocking the death of a high-profile religious figure. This act was met with widespread condemnation, not just from Celtic supporters, but from the broader football community. The immediate reaction from Celtic fans was to counter this act of vandalism with messages promoting peace and unity. This response highlights a fundamental aspect of the rivalry. While it is characterized by fierce competition, it is also capable of moments where fans recognize the need for respect and dignity in the face of provocation. The graffiti incident serves as a reminder of the darker side of football fandom. It raises questions about the responsibilities of supporters in expressing their identities and rivalries without resorting to actions that can harm others or undermine the dignity of the sport. Football should be a platform for joy and celebration, not a canvas for hatred and division. Football, particularly in Scotland, is interwoven with cultural identity. For many fans, supporting their team is an expression of their heritage and community. The Old Firm rivalry encapsulates this phenomenon, where the matches are akin to cultural festivals, albeit ones that sometimes devolve into hostility. It is essential to recognize that while rivalries can enhance the experience of following a sport, they also carry significant risks if they foster an environment of animosity. The act of mocking a religious figure's death goes beyond football. It taps into deeper societal issues, including sectarianism and intolerance. Such actions can perpetuate a cycle of hatred that goes well beyond the football pitch, impacting communities and relationships. The responsibility lies with fans to ensure that their expressions of rivalry do not cross a line into disrespect or incitement. In light of incidents like the graffiti, it is crucial for clubs, governing bodies, and authorities to take an active role in promoting positive fandom. Education and community outreach can play significant roles in addressing the underlying issues of sectarianism and hate within football. Clubs like Rangers and Celtic have an opportunity to lead by example, encouraging their supporters to embrace the spirit of competition without resorting to negative behaviors. Moreover, the governing bodies of football must enforce strict penalties for hate speech and actions that promote violence or discrimination. By doing so, they can send a clear message that while rivalries are an integral part of the sport, they must be expressed in a manner that respects the dignity of all individuals. In the wake of the graffiti incident, both Rangers and Celtic fans have the opportunity to reflect on their roles as supporters. They can choose to embrace a culture of respect, understanding, and unity, one that acknowledges the rich history of rivalry while striving to foster a more inclusive environment. This shift can begin with individual fans leading by example, engaging in conversations that promote understanding rather than division. Celtic's immediate response to the graffiti incident showed that there is a desire among many fans to reject hate and embrace a more positive expression of rivalry. This sentiment should be cultivated and expanded, as it represents a potential for football to be a unifying force rather than a source of division. The rivalry between Rangers and Celtic is a complex tapestry woven with threads of history, culture, and emotion. While it can be a source of pride and excitement, It also has the potential to expose the darker aspects of human nature. The recent graffiti incident serves as a stark reminder of the responsibilities that come with being a fan. It calls for a collective effort to elevate the discourse around rivalry in football, ensuring that it remains a celebration of sporting spirit rather than a medium for disrespect and hostility. By embracing respect, understanding, and unity, both sets of supporters can help shape a brighter future for Scottish football, where passion and rivalry coexist alongside dignity and mutual respect.